Hey guys, it's James with the Chart Guys. It's Thursday, March 22nd, and I'm going to do my nightly video on oil. So oil, the 4-hour RSI, as I mentioned in last night's video, was absolutely overbought. And historically, again, that's a pullback zone if you go back and look at the charts. And it being extremely overbought, it was definitely due for a pullback. And looking at the hourly chart now, look at the hourly chart here, and this was the support I highlighted in the chat room for a lot of my users, was the support here of 64.94 on the hourly. If it broke that, I expected further consolidation. Once it broke that, we broke it on a big red candle, got a back test of the middle Bollinger Band on the hourly 20 MA, had a rejection there, and continued to the downside. Now what I'm going to be watching for is a bull entry here as the hourly RSI, as it approaches the 30 area. If it drops under 30, I'm going to look for a bounce. And what I'm expecting to do with this 4-hour chart, you can clearly see that the 4-hour chart is still setting higher highs and higher highs and higher lows here. And so I'm going to expect an initial higher low to be formed above this low here of 63.58 on the 4-hour chart. That being said, if we do break that level, I'm going to expect a bounce here, and I'm going to expect likely potentially a lower high than the 65.74, as I mentioned last night. That we are likely going to see, in my opinion, we're going to see a lower high, and then we'll see if we're in equilibrium pattern or if we break and we're in a pattern where we start forming lower highs on the 4-hour and lower lows, the opposite of what on this run up on the 4-hour. So that's something to pay attention to, but on the longer term view, oil bulls are still in control. The daily could drop all the way down to, you see the level, all the way down to 59.95, and as long as it holds above that, that would be a higher low here based on this daily chart here. And looking at the weekly, come on. The weekly, looking at the weekly, again, we want to close the week above the inside weekly candle. That's the high of 62.60. We want to do on increasing bull volume. We're likely going to get that with the volume at, let me see, we're gonna most likely get increasing bull volume this week. So that's something to watch for. And the way it's set up on the 4-hour, we could consolidate for a few days or consolidate in a range again, something like here, before we break higher or lower. We'll see what plays out. But again, the key range here again on the weekly is a high of 66.66 and the low here of 50. Where's the low at? 58.07 that I keep highlighting in my videos. So we'll see how this weekly candle ends up forming. But that's what I'm going to be looking for on my intraday charts on the 4-hour and hourly. I'm going to look for that higher low on the 4-hour and then a lower high and see how it plays out. But with the hourly being again our hourly RSI, if it drops below 30. Start looking for scouting a bounce play with expectations that a higher low above this level here, which is that 4-hour support, is going to be formed on oil. Looking at the monthly chart, we are in a inside range of the previous month's candle, and we'll see. We could just be trading in a tighter range here on the monthly till we break out one way or the other. And I think some consolidation on the monthly wouldn't be the worst thing to happen for oil. It's been pretty healthy here on this big run up here. And really since, let me zoom out a little bit. And really from this bottom, it's been a nice run up, consolidation run up, consolidation run up. So it is healthy. We have already broken the high here of 62.58. That was previous monthly resistance. So longer term, everything looks good for oil bulls. So if you are trading, again, the key is that hourly. Scout that hourly oversold bounce. And if you want to play it the way I may play it is looking at this 4-hour chart here. So the 4-hour chart from the top here, after this bear reversal candle, confirmed it on the next candle, and you can see every consecutive candle has a lower high candle top and is lower low. And so if you're looking for a trade entry, What I would look for tomorrow is a break of this 4-hour high of 64.54. So that's going to be my resistance level to watch for 64.54 because it changes this trend here on the 4-hour. It's been so consecutive. So if we break that 64.54, that's when you could potentially start scouting for a pop if it doesn't happen overnight. If we continue to break lower and we break the low here of 64.14, then I'll look for further consolidation with an eye out on that hourly, depending on how much it cools off overnight. But again, I think for me personally, that's the way I'm going to play it. I'm going to look for a break of these consecutive candle pattern break to a higher high. So that would be at this point, again, 64.54. Have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.